Rightio guys. Now, this video, no fishing sadly. However, some more exciting news would be that I got some new gear recently. I've set it up sort of, getting ready to get into some new goals coming up for the end of cod season, which would be to try and catch one of those lovely buggers. So the theme of this one is, because I've never done cod fishing before, is basically just take advice from people who know a little bit more about what it is that you're getting into. So I visited my local tackle store. I had a chat with the chap at the store there about what to buy, and he ran through a few setups with me. Now, I didn't go with the cheapest setup, but it's not the most expensive either. So basically I went with a sort of low to medium sort of price range to keep the wife happy and also my wallet a little bit happier as well. So I'll go through the rod, the reel, and some of the lures that I bought as well, and we'll go from there. Now let's get stuck into the video. So the rod that I purchased happens to be an Abu Garcia Veritas. It is a 5'9", 4 to 7 kilo combo. Okay, so just under 6 foot, just a nice medium size rod, basically just a good all-rounder, something I can do a lot of bank fishing with. I don't have a kayak or anything like that, so I'll basically be walking small river banks and flicking towards snags and things like that, trying to get a few cod. So the reel, I don't know too much about. It is a Black Max 5 ball bearing. I believe Abu Garcias have a magnetic type braking system or clutch system in them. Usual drag and casting brake setup for normal bait casters. Now, I've done a little bit of practice with this particular setup already. Just put some weight on the end of the line, just having a bit of a go, just to see if I can limit the amount of bird nesting and overspool. It's a completely different animal using these bait caster reels. So I'm really excited to try this out, and we'll see how we go with that. Next item on the list would be the subsurface lures. Now, I went with spinnerbaits just because they're very basic and simple, and they're a popular thing. I went with sort of a medium-sized spinnerbait. I can't actually remember what they're called, what brand or anything they are, but they looked all right. They seemed well made, and we can only try them, so we'll see how they go. This is like a black and red, dark coloured sort of one. I've got one to contrast, just a bright green. I really like bright green and yellow, so that seems to be my preferred method to go with, so I can't wait to give these a crack. The only surface lure I bought was this Savage Gear Lily Ninja Popping Frog, which is sort of more of a natural coloured sort of frog, I guess you could say, with the white and yellow belly with a little popper mouth and little tassel type leggies on there. So these are pretty cool. They sort of like weedless lure, I guess you could say. They float along the top, and if you get on some snaggage or some snotweed or whatever you're fishing around, the cod sit underneath, that sort of stuff. You want to get as close to your subject as you can to try and entice them to bite. So these ones are good for just that. Rightio guys, so that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more, consider subscribing. Also hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload another one. So the theme of this video today would be to take advice from the people who know more about what they're talking about in terms of what kind of fish you're after and what kind of fishing you're doing. So yeah, take the advice from people who know. Spend the money that is fitting within your price range. Don't go out and buy a $800 or $900 setup if you're not sure whether you'll continue to use that kind of thing. Get something that works and is practical for you. That's it from me. Just keep flicking.